What's going on, guys? Welcome into the Cleveland Browns Report. Kind of a special video today. Had the day off, so just chilling at home, and then I see the big news that Amari Cooper was going to be planned to be released from the Cowboys, and lots of talk out there about the Browns being a very viable contender to go out and sign the Pro Bowl wide receiver. So didn't want to pass up on the story, so unfortunately don't have all the wonderful bells and whistles that we usually have with our graphics team and our producing team when filming in the studio, so you got to deal with looking at my kitchen in the background. But let's talk about the idea of the Browns signing Amari Cooper. So came out today from multiple reports breaking by Adam Schefter that the Dallas Cowboys are planning to move on from Cooper, and it's going to save him $20 million. And so that creates a big window of opportunities for teams that could sign Cooper. And we look at the past couple of years for Amari Cooper. 2021 with the Cowboys, 865 yards and 8 touchdowns. 2020, 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns. That's a down year for Amari Cooper. That's why he's one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. 2019, 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns. So in the last 3 years in Dallas, he scored 21 touchdowns, and that's why he's one of the biggest names now in free agency, because you look at Chris Godwin, Mike Williams, Devontae Adams, and Allen Robinson, and he's right there with all of them. Adams probably has a leg up on everyone, but if Adams gets franchise tagged or goes wherever Aaron Rodgers goes, and then you look at Chris Godwin, he may get franchise tagged in Tampa Bay, along with Mike Williams in LA, and all of a sudden we're looking at just a couple of those top-tier guys, but Cooper gets tossed into the mix. So how realistic is it that the Cleveland Browns go out and sign Amari Cooper? They want to dump the money truck up and put a boatload of cash at his feet. Money talks. And I love the idea of the Browns being aggressive and trying to get Amari Cooper. Because like I said, if they can't land one of those top 2 guys, I've got no issue with getting like a DJ Chark and then drafting Garrett Wilson or maybe even Chris Olave after what he did at the Combine yesterday. But Amari Cooper is one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. You don't need me to tell you that for it to be breaking news or anything like that. If you've had him on your fantasy team or if you've played against him in fantasy, you know what Coop can do. He's been a great wide receiver for the Cowboys. Ultimately, they got stuck to giving Zeke way too much money, $90 million. They cannot get out of that contract. So Cooper is the guy that's kind of the fall guy in this situation for Dallas, especially when they were late to pay Dak Prescott, so they gave him way more money than had they just signed him to a contract the year prior. Financial issues. I don't think Amari Cooper is being released because he's not being productive for Dallas. They think he's about to, turn things around and kind of go downhill in his career. He's only 27 years old, especially if you look at Jarvis Landry, 29 years old. I love Juice. I love what he's done for Cleveland. The turnaround started with Landry. And I'm not saying I want Landry to go. In fact, if Landry comes back in 2022, I won't be upset by that at all. I want to see him play for Cleveland, but not at $16 million. I like the idea of saving $15 million. And so given that if there's a button I can press like that meme, right, where I can just press a button that goes, take Landry's $15 million, and allocate it to Amari Cooper signing a contract with the Cleveland Browns, I'd go with that move. Cooper's just been a better receiver the last couple of years. That's just a fact. He's younger, and he's got more upside. Landry's been great, and I don't even mean for this to turn into a sign Cooper, ditch Landry kind of conversation, but Landry's contract is a big one, and it's going to prohibit the potential of signing a big-name wide receiver like Amari Cooper. All right, before we get further in today's video, if you guys want the Browns to go out and sign Amari Cooper, I don't have the nice graphic that says it right here, right over there on my shoulder, but give me a Y for yes. Or if you pass on Cooper and not interested, think he's not all that, give me an N for no. And if you are watching the Browns Report for the first time, promise you we usually have much more bells and whistles going on with our show, but doing this from at home just to keep you guys updated with the latest news and rumors. So go ahead, hit that big red button and subscribe. Appreciate everyone that's already subscribed to the channel. We're going to have some great content coming your way as free agency ramps up, so you're going to want to stay in the know on that. Turn your notifications on because the Browns, they're going to be making moves like finding a new Mack Wilson replacement because he scrubbed the Browns from all of his social media, tweeted out the deuces, so it looks like Wilson's time in Cleveland is done. Can't say that's surprising. Mack Wilson was never supposed to be a day one starting linebacker, And he kind of got tossed into that role and was it sink or swim, and he kind of sunk a little bit, swam at times, but when you look at JOK and what he did in his rookie year, the expectations, the bar was set so high. So anyway, let's get back on track here. Make sure you like and subscribe to today's video, and let me know, do you want the Browns to go out and sign Amari Cooper? Y for yes, and for no. I'm personally putting my Y for yes. I would love to see Cooper come to the Cleveland Browns. Now, I don't know if he's going to be interested in coming to the Cleveland Browns just because Baker Mayfield isn't the sexiest, we'll call it, most attractive quarterback. Not in that way, but from a playmaking standpoint for receivers to want to come and suit up with number 6 because Baker's had some issues the last year, and if I'm a receiver, I don't want to hitch my wagon maybe to a quarterback that's been inconsistent at times. And I'd be foolish to stay in here and be like, no, Baker Mayfield, he's an all-pro quarterback. Every receiver is going to flourish under him. Especially when you look at what happened with OBJ and Landry kind of, I wouldn't say checking out midseason, but checking out from the media. I mean, after OBJ left, Landry, you could tell there was a rift between the Browns and Landry because it looked like sides were picked and Landry's side didn't come out on top. So I'm not sure if Cooper's going to be interested in that, but if you're watching the video, Amari, go ahead. Sign with the Browns. Go to the lake, go to Cleveland, help the Browns win their first Super Bowl, pair up with Baker, get with Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb. First round draft pick is going to be a wide receiver, so you got a best friend right there, stepbrother style. And then you got DPJ as an awesome wide receiver 3. Anthony Schwartz, third round pick last year. We forget about him way too much because of what a disappointing, I guess we'll call it, rookie season due to the injuries and just never being able to get in sync on offense. But remember that first game against the Chiefs? Schwartz, deep threat, loved it. So that's going to do it for us here on today's Cleveland Browns Report. I appreciate all of you guys for watching as we put together just a little at-home video, keeping you guys up to date with the latest Browns rumors surrounding Amari Cooper, as Cleveland may be one of the top suitors to get one of the top free agents on the one of the top wide receiver free agents on the market.